What's up from boys to gentlemen family? Okay, so right now I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a secret. Now, ladies, you probably want to listen to this because it may be something that you know, it may be something that you don't know. But I'm going to give you a secret on why men do a lot of the things that they do. And one thing in particular, I'm gonna talk about why males do some of the things that they do to get the attention of females. So, here's the thing. A lot of males don't get females just because they love sex. They don't acquire this vast black book for the simple purpose of they just want to hook up with these women. Now, I'm not saying that men don't enjoy sex. What I am saying is a high percentage of men actually acquire females for the attention and approval of, get this, other males. You disagree with me? Look at it something like this. You have a young man that sees an extremely attractive female. He may go over to her and he may try to get her, might try to woo her. Ultimately, he trying to sleep with her. Let's say she says no. She turns him down. She doesn't make a big scene about it. She just says, you know what, I'm not really interested in that. And she keeps it real low key. How many times have you experienced this quote unquote gentleman coming back to the crowd of men and making a long drawn out lie about he hooked up with this female the previous night? Now, what benefit does it bring you to lie about being with someone if your purpose is being with someone? Now, how much benefit does that bring when you give the image that you slept with this young lady to a whole group of men? Because you getting daps and high fives and attaboys galore. Well, guess what? That's where you run into this huge problem of mistaken identity. See, a lot of people just follow what you do without knowing why they do it. So they're coming in and they're thinking that if I want to be a man, or if I want to be the man, or if I want approval, I have to go and do what these other guys do. Let me break a secret for you, especially if I got high school cats watching this, middle school, high school cats. Understand this. Most dudes lie. A lot of this stuff that they say they doing, they ain't even doing it. So you're going out there and trying to meet a measure that ain't even realistic. A lot of these guys are doing some things. Now, there are some cats out there that really are, living that type of lifestyle and, really making it happen, but they're not winning. Why aren't they winning? It's because ultimately they're doing damage to themselves and they don't even realize it. See, every time they go out there and they deface one of these beautiful young ladies, every time they treat another female like a sexual object or a car that they want to test drive, that leaves another broken young lady that you're going to have to deal with in some form or fashion. That leaves another young lady that doesn't know what the example of a good man is. That leaves another possibility for a single mother that has to deal with a child that's not going to have the covering and protection of a father. Sometimes we really just need to stop and think what our actions bring. You've all seen Maury, and you see where the young lady comes and says, I'm 150% sure that this is the child's father, and I know this. He's the baby's daddy. And then you got the man over here, I know I ain't the daddy, I know I ain't this. Well, it goes either way. Maury comes out and says, in the case of little Trayvon, you are the father. He breaks down, he cries, the female starts twerking on stage. Then you flip it back. Maury says, oh, in the case of little Trayvon, you are not the father. The female breaks down. The dad starts doing the shmoney. Now, everybody laughs and think that's funny, but I have a question. How many of y'all stop and think about the young child that is eventually going to be exposed to the reaction of his birth? Not as entertaining anymore, is it? So you're looking at it from a perspective, you may think that you're being a player. You may think that you're being a baller. But what you're really doing is running the risk of being in the exact same position for another child that you were in when you didn't have your father. See, not too many people want to stop and think, what did it feel like wanting to know who this man was? What did it feel like when you went to bed at night just really wishing that you knew why he didn't want you? But the better question is, why are we so able to put another child in that exact same position? Why are we so able to be so cold and so callous that we don't take the time to think that the actions that I'm about to do right now may produce a child that I can't take care of and that I'm not ready for? So for the consideration of, I know what that pain feels like, and I know what it's like to grow up being teased and ripped apart and watching my mama cry because of how he misused her and treated her. Why don't I take that small sacrifice and say, you know what, maybe this action right now, no matter how bad I may want it, isn't worth it? Just stop and think for a second. I hope that sinks in. Give me some feedback. Tell me how you feel. We'll be posting a lot of these videos, so I'm looking forward to hearing back from my family. Y'all have a blessed day. Love you, B to G.